about his new book, I'm the King of the World, he says dealing with different kinds of people requires different kinds of communication strategies.
People that are spoilers, for example, that you know, every time you say something, they say, "Oh, we did that already!"
So you?
Well, we did do something like this at a different point in time. Now, I'm proposing that we do something different from it at a precious point of time, and it's going to work.
Well, you have to be, if you are going to say, it's going to work this time, you have to be pretty sure it's going to work this time, or else that person is going to have more ammunition the next time.
Or at least have a plan.
Yeah, but you can't lead in fear.
True.
I mean, that's what I'm the King of the World is about too. People live in constant fear of what somebody's going to say, that it's not a good use of time, and we're all been there. I'm not saying that you can give up planning how you might present your ideas. I'm talking about in situations where you walk into a meeting and somebody says, "Oh, look, who decided to show up today?" And on time. It's just life.
Now you teach at the University of Chongyan. That's a large population of international students. I'm curious, have you ever seen difference among your students in how they respond to what might be perceived as an insult, or how they interact?
I taught in the Zhongyuan MBA program for several years, and we used to have running conversations about the directness of American students and their tendency to handle on the spot what was happening, at the sacrifice of the process for what was going on in front of them. And so having a relationship was less important. You know, I'm sort of paraphrasing what the students from Japan, from Asian countries, and elsewhere were saying, that they were too willing to sacrifice a person's face to their relationship with them in order to give some cute comments or provide some humor for a few minutes.
You mean that the Americans were willing to sacrifice, seemed willing to. So those students must have been maybe shocked to that.
It was culture shock for a little while, and you know, it was a very good thing to hear because the students who were doing that didn't intend to do it in most cases. They wanted the product to be a success just as much as everyone else. And I spent time in my classes with them, showing them that the same thing could be accomplished without shutting doors to working well with somebody in the future. And actually, unless an organization is highly political, or you know, what I've written about is secret handshake.
Eric Liang is a management professor from the University of Southern California. He is a very brilliant person.
I'm Amy Shi with Regina Lee. Thanks for your listening. How gorgeous you are! What department you are in?
I'm in Oz.
Oz! Wow! How gorgeous she is! Let's chat with her. Hello.
Hello.
Which department you are in? Oh.
Hey, pretty girl, you have time?
Sure. What's up?
Are you in Oz? Are you Honey Lou?
Yeah, I'm Honey Lou.
What a hot chick!
Whoa!
I'm Regina Lee.
I'm Amy Shi with Exploration in VOA Special English. Since ancient time, people have grown grapes to produce wine. Join us as we tell about the history of wine and how it is made. We will also visit a vineyard in the United States and meet a winemaker.
It is hard to say how long people have been drinking wine. Wine is far older than recorded history. Some experts say it is as old as civilization itself.
Winemaking probably began in the ancient Near East and Egypt. Burial places in ancient Egypt provide information about wine and its importance in Egyptian culture.
North Africa, Spain, France, and Italy had their first vineyards during the Greek and Phoenician empires. The ancient Romans greatly expanded the winemaking industry.
One thing was very important for the start of the modern wine industry. Wine needed a better storage method. Today, the top wine-producing countries in the world are Italy, France, and Spain, followed by United States.
Grapes contain water, sugar, acidity, and tannin. These four elements are influenced by the kind of grape and the soil and climate of the vineyard. Wine growers can also affect the taste of the wine using other methods.
Now that we know about grapes and geography, we have some important tools for understanding the label on the bottle of wine. Some vineyards define their wine by the kind of the grapes used in making the wine. Others define their wine based on where it is produced, such as wine made in France.
How grapes become wine begins with the harvest. A winemaker must make an important decision about the best time to pick the grapes. Next, the grapes must be prepared for fermentation. The grapes are closely examined and sorted. Diseased or overly ripe grapes are thrown away.
The juice of white grapes is separated from the skin before fermentations. The skin of red grapes stays with the juice during fermentations. The skins give the wine its red color and much of its taste.
Next week, we will continue our discussion about wine and talk to a wine professor and writer. This program was written and produced by Dana Damage. I'm Regina Lee.
You can comment on this program on our website. Join us next week for exploration in VOA Special English. I'm Amy Shi. Thanks for your listening. 午茶的
啊！
哇！
嘿
Did you missing something? Is this what our helmet?
No. 比我们早，午茶到。
Oh, wait a minute. Is this good out green tea?
No, we want our 午茶到。
Oh, you are so honest. I will give you all my stuff.
哇
锵锵
！Thank you。午茶到。
OK。
This is Science in the News. I'm Regina Lee.
And I'm Amy Shi. Today we tell about Parkinson's disease.
Parkinson's is a disease of the central nervous system. It is a progressive disorder, meaning it gets worse over time. The disease affects a small area of cells in the middle of the brain. This area is called the substantia nigra. The cells slowly lose their ability to produce a chemical called dopamine.
This disease is named after James Parkinson. He was a British doctor who first described this condition in 1817.
America's National Institutes of Health says at least 500,000 people in the United States are believed to have Parkinson's disease.
There are several theories about the cause of Parkinson's, but none has ever been confirmed. Studies have shown a link between the disease and some chemical products.
Farm workers and people who said they often use pesticides had a 41% greater risk of Parkinson's than others. The disease was also 2.5 times more common among people who had been knocked unconscious more than once in their lives.
Another area of study is family genetic.
Recently, a gene testing company announced plans for a large genetic study of Parkinson's patients.
There is no cure for Parkinson's disease, but improved treatments to ease the effects of the disease make it possible for many patients to live almost normal lives.
Levodopa helps ease the symptoms of Parkinson's, but it does not prevent more changes in the brain that are caused by the disease.
A surgical operation called deep brain stimulation also is used to treat Parkinson's disease.
Deep brain stimulation can reduce the need for levodopa and other drugs. It also helps to reduce symptoms such as shaking and slowness of movement.
Deep brain stimulation has been performed about 40,000 times throughout the world. In the United States, about 300 medical centers offer the treatment to Parkinson's patients.
Scientists are also exploring other experimental treatments.
This is Science in the News. I'm Amy Shi.
I'm Regina Lee. Thanks for your listening.
I'm Amy Shi with Regina Lee. Today we introduce the management expert, Eric Liang, talking about his new book, I'm the King of the World.
He says dealing with different kinds of people requires different kinds of communication strategies.
你为什么刚不会笑？怎么遇到我就会笑？对不起，重新。
打不好。